Wow, that's loud. Let's turn that down, shall we? How's that? Is that better? The problem is I need to have an in... Let's see here. No. Interesting. Hey, Thermo! That was fast. I literally launched and Thermo immediately went, hey! I'm half tempted to turn my webcam on, but it's that time of day that my green screen settings are all jacked. So I can turn it off. You'll just have all of my background because of the thingamajiggy. But hey, Thermo, what's up, boy? I was actually messaging you earlier because I was going to see if you wanted to play like some Sniper Elite or something. Notification Squad? Yeah. Do you care to notify or what? I just don't particularly care to do it myself right now. Wow, it's hot in here. I need to turn up my fan. There we go. My office gets really hot this time of night. There we go. Making sure I'm on the right thing. Thermo, what are you up to, boy? Okay, let's see here. So I've been dinking around on this all day, this world. This is what I've got so far. I've got this super cool Hardic wall from Yokai Industries. And then I've got the NP Utils radars. So I've got the radars and then the Hardic wall, which has 4,000 health. Super expensive to make, but they're really good. And then I've got that going all the way around, plus a laser wall to keep everything defended. And then I just have to finish over here. And then I'm trying something new. I'm using basically bullet trains is what I'm doing. My trains use... let's see here. I gotta check it. Basically, there's a mod that allows you to compress your ores and stuff. So, like, I've got... Ooh, got a notification stream, and I clicked right away. Also, I'm on my phone, so it's hard to type. Let me get my computer real quick. No, you're good. But yeah, basically what I'm doing is I've got these bullet trains set up where they're using stacked ore. It's the same amount per train. Like, one stack of 25 equals the same stack of 125 ore. The difference is, by using the stacked ore, it's only 25 items that have to come off per square instead of 125. And so, basically, it's 5 times as efficient. So, like, you can have a single rail or a single line or two moving ores over, and then when they're getting, and then at the source you just unstack them. So you just have stacked ore going everywhere, and then you just unstack it right where you need it, which makes buses super efficient because you mix buses with warehouses and you have 0 wasted space for buses. See, because I've got a single line of iron and copper, and it was feeding this much, which is pretty cool. The issue right now is, so basically what I did was, I did my thing, got as much of this cleaned up as I could. I'm finishing up all the basic ores. I am building what's known as, and this is trademark me. This is a bus station, and if you look at this, it's super compact. It is one of the most compact train rail systems you can do, where you literally just have a loop that comes in. This loop is literally just big enough for a double train, and that's it. And so, like, these guys are bringing in stacked ores, they dump, and then their stacked ores double fed, and then they take them up here. As soon as they go in, they unstack them, dump them into the big warehouses, and then it gets processed, and then immediately restacked to go back out. And the idea is this is an incredibly efficient way to build and move resources. Now, something interesting here is, if you look, I have one extra train station here. This train station, so basically, let's see here. This one's iron, this one's copper. Iron ore, copper ore. This one is going to actually be copper plates, because as I scale up my bases and scale up my production, eventually I'll have a full train that will be processing copper somewhere else, and then we'll be dumping it just into the bus. The idea is I set this up where, if we back out here, my initial base was this line right here. That was my initial base, and I walled it in, and then I built my first ring of train around the outside of it, and then immediately dumped down a second tier for my train station. So this is my train hub. Everything will be, pardon me, everything will be here, feeding into here, and then this will then turn into, my bus is going to go to the right here, and then my building stuff will be above it. So like I'll have my first, let's see here. The issue I'm running into right now is I need to double to triple my steel production, because at the moment this is not cutting it. Okay, so just to kind of give an example of how stinking efficient this is, let's go with, how do I want to do this? We'll just do a little one. And then okay. And then I need to throw down those lights that I just ripped up. One there. And one there. There we go. Trying to keep everything lit up when I'm working at night. Okay, so this is the part that's nuts about this. I can come over here and I can go here. Output. Input. Like that. Flip it. Perfect. And then from here, how do I want to do this? Do I want to set it up where I just flip it back over? Or do I want to have it feed in and then dump out? The output will be easy for this one. Okay, so let's grab 20. I need more. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, full 20 should be fine. Let's do that. Okay. So we're gonna go. All right. So now at any given time right now, I need like that much steel. Just because I don't want this to go absolutely overboard. Alright, so let's go like that with some outputs. Like that. Here's the issue here. Try it this way. See if this works. Okay. So I recently just got back into playing Factorio, and when I say recently, I mean like in the last week or two, or yeah, probably last 2 or 3 weeks I've started playing again. All right, hang on here. At everyone streaming my personal Factorio world app. We'll send that out to the Factorioians. In fact, here, let's grab that and send it to Z as well. That way anyone who cares to watch can be notified. Oh, pardon me. Can't you use the long inserters on the same side as input and the blue inserters as output? Technically, yes. I'm personally just choosing not to, for the simple fact of it gets kind of messy with arms that are running 100% of the time. It has to do with the speed at which it loads versus the speed at which it unloads. So, like, what I mean is, let me show you. Using a red arm as an input can really suck because it's not as fast as a blue arm, which means over the long period, basically the red inserters would be running 100% of the time, or pretty close to 70 to 80% of the time probably. But this way, it's just blue in, blue out, and then blue in, red out, because the red just has to dump once versus red's trying to feed in. Basically, it would just be super inefficient energy-wise. This way, the blue arms hurry and fill it really fast, and then it's done, and then it waits for its next cycle, and then the other way around. The nice thing, though, is check this out. Using this feature, this one belt is feeding 20 of these to produce steel this fast, which is pretty sick. Now, something I've learned is I really enjoy playing this game on marathon mode. This is marathon mode that I'm playing right now. So recipes are expensive, science is expensive. Like, I have this much base setup and I'm still only on red and green science. I haven't started any blue yet. And it's because this was my closest oil. Or there's one straight out, but this one, because of all the coal and copper and iron that was all here, my idea was to come over here, wrap around this, and kind of suck this up, absorb it, and then I can use this for the future. With the mods I have, the Yokai Industries mining drills are super nice. So like where are they? They're probably right down here. So basically, the X Special mining drills are, I believe, twice as fast, 2 to 3 times as fast as regular drills. And then the Yokai ones are, the Yokai E2 mining drills, are like twice as good as these. So these are 4 times as good as regular mining drills. But I had to get the blue and yellow Yokai resources set up, which is this building here. And the processing kind of sucks. At this moment, I don't really have a better method yet. I'm still working on that. But anyway, so as far as trains go, so we've got iron, copper plate later on. There will most likely be an iron plate as well, and it'll be over here on this other side. So it'll literally be a loop right here that goes bloop, and then it'll feed out and then feed over into this one, just like this copper one. So this is a backup station for either or, like for example, that's the beauty of this. The issue I have at the moment is if we look at this, it's really tight right here. So if I get to the MK3 buildings, it's going to be really, really tight. I won't be able to do this. It's too tight right here. And the whole point is eventually we'll get to where we're taking all of 100% of our ore and it'll be processed somewhere else. So like for example, we might make it where eventually we might have a spot like right here. Like I might throw a second loop here, a loop here and a loop here, and then feed it in across. And what it might turn into is right here might be the processing where I'll have a bunch of MK3 buildings that are smelting the plates. And then as soon as the plates are smelted, it'll then take them right over here and then dump them off onto the bus. Or we might get to the point where I just have another one over here for iron, where the iron is processed, and then, or there might be a dump off here for iron ore and another one over here for iron ore. And then this one will refill the dump. And then I'll just prioritize the input from over here. The point is this whole thing, the way I built it, has a lot of options, which is nice. But anyway, so this one here is going to be coal, and I need to at least start a coal. Which reminds me I need to finish the buses. Okay, So the thing that I'm running into right now is I'm trying to build... There we go. I'm trying to process a couple things really quick so I can finish my wall. The issue is this Hardic wall. Alright, so, hang on, let me... Is it here? Okay, so basically I can build empty battery cells using the crushed F7, which is super useful. I can use empty battery cells to then produce batteries using empty battery cells plus Technic sign. The problem is Technic sign is a byproduct of building things. So for example, of the stuff that I'm working on now, every time I build one mining drill, I get one Technic sign. One Technic sign gets me 5 batteries. So if I want to mass produce batteries, I need a lot of stuff. So mining drills is one. All the mining drills I've been building have been giving me Technic sign. Each individual Hardic wall gives me 1 Technic sign, so that's another good one. So basically, as I'm building this massive, this is the reason why I don't mind wasting so many resources on this wall. Is it's allowed me to bypass the need for oil early on to get lasers. So I'm already onto laser tech, even though I have 0 oil production, and it's because I'm able to use the. Ooh. These are minuses, which is really cool. If you look here, it's actually sucking up pollution right here, which is cool. Hey, Cody Clons, how you doing? Is that Clons? Is that how you pronounce that, good sir? But anyway, so it's pretty cool. The idea is that I'm able to use the yokai sub-features here to be able to bypass the oil temporarily. And so as I build my wall, good, glad to know I pronounced that correctly. As I'm building this Hardic wall, which is fairly expensive, a lot of steel, and we're playing on, I just said it and then I forgot it. I'm playing on, quick Thermo, help me, what did I call it? I'm not the first person to mispronounce your last name. Well, my issue was I didn't look at it long enough. When I first looked at it, I didn't see the T. I saw the Z on the end, I saw the KL on the front, and so I went for clones, and then I looked at it again and went, no, there's a T in there. So, but yeah, basically this is I keep forgetting what it's called. This is a marathon run. That's what it is. This is a marathon world, which is why I'm this far as walls and lasers and stuff, and I'm only on level 2 science. Yeah, marathon mode. That's what I was looking for. I need to come over here and finish dumping these on so that this will... The other fun thing is I just realized that I can technically get rid of my alien loot economy if I so choose, because I actually fell in love with the NP modules. The efficiency modules make sense to me. Lower energy consumption, but they also lower the speed. And then we have increased energy consumption, increased pollution, and increased speed. And then for productivity, it's a flat rate productivity with a massive increase in pollution as well as energy consumption. So, kind of cool. But anyway, so the basic idea is I'm getting this going here. This one's going just fine. The issue at the moment... Try to pronounce this word. Hang on, let me look at it for a minute. That's one of your classmates' last name? I want to say Mamadowski. Is that how you pronounce that? And I gotta be careful where I step here so I don't get run over by one of my own trains. Lol. Hey, see, I nailed it. Yeah, some people have those names where they just get screwed. Between society and their parents, they got screwed on their name. Okay, and that's the okay. So 5, and then okay, and then 1, 4, 5, and then down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over like that. Perfect. But yeah, I was gonna have my webcam running today, but then my whoops, I'm off by 1. I was gonna have my webcam running today, but the problem is I moved to my office. I used to be in the basement, And now I'm not in the basement. Oh, crap. This isn't how I was going to do this. Shoot. Hang on. I forgot. I was going to do this different. So what am I up to? Just playing some Factorio. Okay, so I've basically worked. You got a dog. Thermosnake got a dog, everyone. No, you didn't tell me you got a dog. That's the first I've heard of it. My work schedule's been really hectic. I've worked the last 10 days in a row, 9 or 10 days in a row. And I almost worked last night, and I am working tomorrow night. Or tonight, pardon me. But basically what I'm up to at the moment is I'm trying to get... You want that game? This is a fun game. Basically what I'm up to is I'm trying to get as much of this done as I can, because I finally had a day off. And I haven't been streaming nearly as much as I used to, and I'm trying to be better about that. Alright, let's see. That one. Like that? Yes. I want to make sure that this initial loop, see, so I'm going to have this go out, loop around, and then go down. And then the wall will hit, like, right here. The idea is I want my initial wall to include all of this with an extra loop for trains that will be coming and going. It's so fluffy, but it poops freaking everywhere. It's crazy. Yeah, brand new. Brand new. It takes a lot of training to get them to behave. Just promise me that you guys will actually take the time to train your dog. There are so many people that get dogs and then they love them to death, but they never train them, and they're a menace. They bark at everything. They poop on everything. They chase everything. They bark at everything. Super, super annoying. It looks so sophisticated. Are you talking about the game? The game we're playing? Yeah, I love this game. I have... Hang on, I gotta check. I haven't checked in a while. Library. Factorio. I am just shy of 2,000 hours in this game. I'm at 1972. I've definitely put my time in this one. I very nearly did, let's see here. I very nearly played a different game today. The thing I've been doing lately is I'm trying to just put together a collage of playlists on my YouTube channel, just so that I have a bunch of playthroughs. So like I did a StarCraft 2 run and played a bunch of StarCraft 2 campaigns and everything. And then that's 82 straight days. Technically it's 4.5 was it 4.5 years of boredom is what it's been, but you know. You got 111 hours and you got a few weeks ago. Yeah, I've got a couple games that I've been playing a lot. Like, my number 1 game is this, and then my number 2 game is probably Minecraft. Well, actually, to be fair, Minecraft doesn't keep track like how Steam does, and so I don't have an exact number of days for Minecraft, but I've probably got around 7,000 to 8,000 hours in Minecraft since it came out. Because when I first got out of the military, I was injured, and so I spent a lot of time where I wasn't really able to do anything, and so I just played games. Played a lot of games. Alrighty. Just want to make sure I clicked this on the right spot so that I don't have to tear it up later. So if I go here and then just run, it should run into that one. Yep, perfect. You've got that in Minecraft PS4. I was in the Marine Corps back in 2009. Long time ago. I'm an old fart. Or I'm getting there. Oh no, I'm gonna run out of rail. Crap. Here. I need a crap ton more. Your brother and grandfather were in the army. Cool. That's cool. Super good of them to serve. And then your brother was in the army. Cool, cool. Yeah, my grandfather was in the army, and I'm trying to think of who else was in the army my father-in-law did 20 years in the Navy, and then my brother-in-law is in the Navy. as many of these loops as I can put out. My issue is trying to figure out a good schematic for a double ringed rail system for the long term. So like, for example, the idea would be to have this core one right down the middle. Instead of it being two, one in each direction, have it be two in each direction, and have it go the entire length here, and then have another one, probably this one here, be 4 as well. So I'd have a 4 that way and a 4 that way, and then the idea is to make it so they're independent of each other on the turns. So like you can have two trains both going straight at the same time, or one, the inside ring going in and then the outside ring going around, and they don't run into each other. And your your grandfather was me. Cool. Pretty cool, bro. And I'm out of steel. How's my steel maker doing now that I made it big? Bam! 1,000. Sweet, we'll take it. Alright. We've hit that time of year where, like, no one's around. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's working, it's summer, everyone's out playing, and so, like, I've just kind of been playing whatever games I want just because no one's ever around. Be right back, my sister wants to try your VR headset. Yeah, no problem, man. You do you, Thermo. I have my entire world set up on this scale where it's an exact fit for, like, because these walls are a 2x2 wall. 4,000 health, 2x2. Typical walls end up being closer to 350 to 400, but like I've got it set up where like I build myself a circle and then I have an exact formula to surround it with wall, which is pretty cool. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I need to set up this one so I make sure I do it right. Double and double. Okay, one there, one there. Whoop, off by 1, and then 2, 3, 4, then just like that. 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and oh, except for pardon me. Except for that piece doesn't go there. Just counting it out, make sure I got it right. There we go. And then from here, we can just run this all the way over and connect it. Just like that. So we've got a wall there, and then I have a thing over. Here's a good example. And then I set up where I have my electric poles plus my lasers, and then I create this basic laser grid. I'm currently playing with, so there's a mod that makes it so that the enemies are smarter and they run around. Oh, in your game you're idling to sell already in Iron Age. Cool. Pretty cool. Pretty sick. But anyway, basically what I'm doing right now is, there we go, make sure I get my gates right. These gates are cool because trains, they're automatic for trains. So like as my trains go through a gate, the gate will automatically lower for the train and then automatically go back up for it. So you can technically have like a walled off area like this with lasers and everything, and then you can have a train that goes out and collects resources and comes back, and you can just have a rail in between the two. The issue is that I don't fully know how they programmed it. I haven't paid enough attention or done any research on it to know. There's a certain amount of times where the aliens will prioritize attacking the rail, and sometimes they'll just follow the rail to the nearest pollution source. I'm not 100% sure how it's set up right now. You know, I love streamers that actually read comments. Yeah, I absolutely prefer interaction between me and the comments, or me and the viewers. Mainly just because if I don't have people that I'm talking to or actively talking to, I don't say like anything, you know? So like if I'm talking with you, then I will do a better job interacting all together. Otherwise I just sit here and don't say anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. And then this would have been the 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay. Guess what? What? What could? We're gonna come down like this. No, I don't know if I have my thingy set up. Oh well. I just got another sub. Cool. Thanks, man. Means a lot. Yeah, I've been I actually recently redid a bunch of my stream stuff. I used to be really big into streaming on Twitch, but the issue I was running into was their market is oversaturated as far as there's too many streamers and not enough viewers, and then there's too many politics already on it. So thank you, Thermo, for confirming. But yeah, I've just found that I really enjoy streaming to YouTube and Facebook. Right now I'm streaming to both YouTube and Facebook. And then instead of doing, this is something that I found after doing a bunch of research, whenever a streamer takes affiliate status or whatever it's called based on the platform that you're on. So like YouTube has their own, Facebook has their own, Twitch has their own. On Twitch it's affiliate or partner. And the issue is if you do that, there's nothing wrong with doing that, except for they always have a clause that says you can only stream initially to them. And so like, oh, for sure, Thermo, we'll catch you when you get back, good sir. But yeah, basically the issue was I was streaming to... Oh, hang on, I forgot a thingy here. You'll be watching on your phone, but you won't be chatting. Oh, you're good, you're good. But yeah, basically what it was is I was an affiliate on Twitch, and that was fine. The issue, though, was that I basically owed all of my allegiance to Twitch, and I couldn't stream to any other platforms at the same time. And the issue is that a lot of those companies give like I know how Twitch has the bits and Facebook has the stars, I think it is. And then I don't remember what I don't know what YouTube's is. But anyway, they have like their donation currency systems. The problem is all of those systems take a heavy chunk off of it for themselves as their commission or whatever for being the streaming service. The problem is a lot of people put out a decent amount of money to support their streamers, but the problem is a good chunk of it goes to the provider and not to the actual streamer. And so my issue was I got onto Twitch, was enjoying it, it was a good time, and then what ended up happening was people were like, hey, you got your sub button, we'd like to sub to you. And I go, cool, no problem. So we got it all set up, and the issue was everyone's like, yay, you know, we've got the sub button. And then I had all these subs, and then I looked at it, and half of all of the sub immediately went to the streaming service and not to me. And then anyone that wanted to donate any like bits or anything, most of it went to the streaming service again and not to me. And I went, And the problem with that, and the problem that I had with it, is ultimately I don't think that's really fair to the people donating the money. You know what I mean? Like, and so what I did was I set up a Patreon instead, and I'm just like, anyone that does want to donate or whatever, I just do it all through that instead. And it's because like, I think it's like 80 to 90% of it gets to me. So like, it's really efficient for both the streamer and the people that donate, which is good. I'm just sad because like I was doing the math, and one of my favorite streamers that I watch, he streams what the heck is that called? He streams Rainbow Six Siege. That's what it is. He streams Rainbow Six Siege. Whoops. 5. And he has like 6,000 sub points. I did the math on it. He's making like 12 to 14 grand a month in subs, but Twitch is also making 14 to 16 grand a month on him as well, because they're taking 50% off the top. And that's where it's just like, because it's like you have a person like that streamer that I was looking at who is an amazingly talented and amazingly gifted first-person shooter, and he basically owes 100% of his allegiance to that one streaming service. And to a certain extent, that's fine if you've been on streams when people donate upwards of $100. Oh yeah, I've seen a bunch of those too. I've just found that the direct donations tend to be the best investment for both people involved, because it saves the donator from donating to, or having to pay extra to try to hit an exact amount. You're like, I want to donate $100 or whatever, but then they take X amount of bits or whatever out of it ahead of time, and it's like up to, I think low end is, it's like 30% or 40%, something like that, and then high end is like up to 40% based on the amount you do, which is pretty nuts. So like, I saw one where it's like, if you donate, or if you buy $100 worth of bits, it's like $120 or something like that, 120, 125 bucks, and then the streaming service takes 25 bucks. So it's like, for $100 worth of bits that you can then donate to the streamer, you pay $125, and then the streamer gets 100 of it. And then if you're only buying like $1, then it's like 130 or something like that. I think it gets down to like 15% if you do 100. So I think it's like 115 bucks for $100, and then $1 is like a $1.30 or something like that. And it's fine. I mean, it's up to the service, especially where they're the ones forking out the support, and you know, they have their employees and whatever else, and you know, they're trying to run their business, and that's fine. I understand that. I just know that over the long run, ooh, hello, we seem to have some aliens nearby. I've just learned personally that I'd rather set it up through a Patreon, and then I get almost 100% of what people donate, and then people don't have to donate any more than they want. So like, I use Streamlabs for direct money donations, and then I use Patreon for, well, that's over the control of most social platforms in the entertainment industry, which is true, which is very true, yeah. I've just found that there are ways around it that are less convenient for different people involved. So like, Patreon is fantastic for people that want to have almost 100% of their donation go straight to the streamer. Patreon's great for that, but it's inconvenient if you want to like donate and have it show up like on the stream and stuff, because a lot of those do not have it set up to do that, where it's not integrated, kind of thing. Nicholas, how are you doing, boy? But yeah, it's just interesting. Each service does it a little differently, and that's fine. They do it the way they see fit, and that's fine. It's just, if anyone has any issues with that, then they have to, you know, kind of forge out on their own, which is what I've done, just because I was, the issue I had was when I first started streaming like 3-4 years ago, I was having 7 to 8 times as many people watching me on YouTube as on Twitch, but YouTube wasn't paying me like anything as far as like me trying to build up a community or build up enough back feed that I could like, because the original goal way back in the day was to try to stream full-time and have it be a job and have it like pay the bills and everything. But yeah, good luck with your schooling, both of you. School sucks, but to a certain extent it can be very useful and wonderful later on, as far as like getting a good job and being able to build yourself whatever, you know, build yourself up. It's just, it's not for everyone, and it can be very difficult. I know, I've been through all that, through the rigmarole. I'm just glad that I officially graduated, or I graduated a year or two ago, and was talking to my wife about it, and I'm like, I'm done, right? Like, I don't have to go back. You're not gonna try and get me to go back to school for anything else. And she's like, no, you're done. You're done. Just do your thing now. And I'm like, woohoo! Able to step away from all that and just be done with all the drama and all the crap. Where at? What state? Idaho. The great state of Idaho. And then Nick and Thermo are both in Quebec, Canada. The great state of Quebec, or the great city of Quebec. Which is also in the province of Quebec, isn't it, technically? But yeah. see. I just found long ago that I stream because it helps me. Okay, so little backstory here for you, Cody. I was in the military. I have PTSD from being in the military, and a lot of my stream followers have had either PTSD or were in the military or have, you know, dealt with their own levels of stuff like that. And you're in Ohio and you're in high school. Hey, I was in Ohio 3 weeks ago. You know the Shaker Woods Festival out in Ohio? You know the Shaker Woods Festival out in Ohio? You know where that is, Cody? Because I went to that festival. My in-laws live in Pittsburgh. And so I went to visit them, flew out with my wife, and we went and visited her folks. I seen the potato yet? What potato? Let's see. This all looks good here. I need to get that cleared up. But yeah, my wife and I went to visit her parents in Pittsburgh, and we always go to the Shaker Woods Festival. We go in the fall, or we go in August, July or August every year, and we hit the Shaker Woods Festival because it's fun. All right, how are we doing here? Okay, so there's 2 different types of rails you can set up. And there's pros and cons to each one. The pros to this one that I have on right now is that you will never have trains crash, or trains will never crash, and trains will never get potatoes is one of the main ingenious of protein. I don't know what that means. I'm still confused as to what you're talking about potatoes, because where I'm from, potatoes are the shiz, you know? The funny thing is most potatoes that people buy in the store are the ones that we plant to grow our potatoes. Oh, kind of missed some of that. Your stream was not liking. I don't know what poutine is. Is that a alcohol? Is that what that is? Ingredients. Oh. Of poutine. Is poutine a type of alcohol? That's kind of what it sounds like, but I'm not 100%. Alright, this is looking good here. I don't know. Hang on, now I gotta look it up. Poutine. Poutine is... Oh! It's a dish. French fries, cheese curds with gravy. It's a Canadian... Originated in Quebec in the 1950s. Okay, it's a food. Okay, I'll have to try that out sometime. Poutine. It's a food. Cheese curds and gravy on French fries. Okay, alright. Alright, I'll look that up sometime, and I'll see if I can get my hands on some. It actually does look good. It's true. So the thing, getting back to the rail real quick. So the thing about this rail, which is cool, is that trains will never crash and they will never get jammed. To that end, though, any trains that are on the same rail, heading the same direction, they only go one at a time, and they prioritize based on timing. So it's less efficient as far as how many trains can be simultaneously going on the same loop. It's less, which is sad, but you'll never have traffic jams, which I could set it up where multiple trains could simultaneously run within a certain circuit, but by doing that, there's a chance of them getting caught up on each other and then getting into a fix, which is a problem. So, all right, let's see here. Grab that while we're at it. There's also all kinds of poutines. There's barbecue, Italian, sausage with slad, etc. What the heck is slad? I've never heard of slad before. I'm about ready to move this building down. In fact, let's grab it. So this building, we're going to pick it up and move it. Bloop. We're going to move it down here. Crap. Hang on. Hang on. We got to get rid of you. And then we got to throw down, where is it? That one? Yes. Like that. Okay, so basically, iron, copper ore, or copper plate, coal, stone, and then the other two. And then we'll probably do uranium on the end and or down below. Alright. The kicker here, though, is I need to see... Oh, do I not have any of those? I don't. Let's build some real quick. Yeah, originally we go the kind of rip-offs. Only chicken is acceptable. Yep. Alright. Alright, so if we look at this here, we can go here. And then we'll just jump these across the rail here. So these are underground belts I'm placing here. And they allow me to move resources underneath the rail. Alright, so that's good there. So now if I grab this building... Okay, so here's the deal though. I want this on the same, like that. The reason being is I now can have two different trains here, right? And then for some reason when I built the original thingy, it didn't have that. Okay. I need two bulk rail unloaders. I also need at least one warehouse. I need one of those. I need one arm. See, the issue I'm running into is I play with a bunch of mods, and one of my mods makes it so I start with a bunch of resources. The issue is I'm officially to the point where I don't have enough advanced circuits anymore. I started off with a couple hundred. I think I started off with like 400 advanced circuits, and I am just running out. I'm down to 60. I'm officially to the point where I need to start producing them on my own. Otherwise, I'm going to be in trouble. Okay, so let's grab this guy here. And we'll go... How far can we push you? If I put him there, though, it'll be... Let's see if I can fit that here. Because the issue is I'm going to need... Yeah, this should just work. Yeah, there we go. Oops. See, so this is set up where I can do... There we go. I must drink maple syrup to cleanse my soul. Man, you guys are weird with your syrup, I'll tell you that. I've hung out, or I've talked with Thermo enough to know that you guys are weird about your syrup. You really are. We joke about you and your syrup because we think it's funny, but in all honesty, you're as weird as we joke about. So it's quite quite fascinating how that works. Alrighty. Alrighty, so if we look at this, we've got iron, copper. That one's going to be empty for now. That one's going to be coal. I need to set up some basics of each of these so that they can at least be running. But this looks good so far. And then this one we're going to have one going in one going in the other. Well, they're Canadians. He's like, what do you expect? They're Canadians. As far as I know. They are. They're both Canadians. Alright, let's see here. I require both gears and iron. And I need, let's see. Ooh, I have enough for it. Ooh. Let's grab that before I run out of resources. Wow, there we go. Alright, and then we need, what was it, these guys? Let him take off, and then I'll run across. You dare oppose the maple syrup? This will not be accepted. Let's see here. This one is blue. So we're gonna go, oh come on, full blue for this one. And then this one is yellow. Let's see, if I go red and green, will that give me yellow? Yeah, pretty close. Okay, I try to set these up. No, I've had it on pancakes and waffles and ruffles and cereal. See, that's where I wonder. That's where I wonder if you guys really have blood. Like, I think Canadians, instead of having plasma in their blood, I think they have syrup. Which has got to be bad for your heart, you know? How disappointing. Oh, man. Oh, by the way, Thermo, I still plan to fly you out to visit me at some point in your lifetime. And then I can introduce you to potatoes. Real potatoes. Alright, I need to check here. Do I have... Yes, I can do... Okay, let's see here. We can stack wood, stack iron ore, copper ore, stone, coal, iron, copper, steel, wires, gears. Wow. Iron sticks, sulfur, plastic, stacked solid fuel. Electronic circuits and advanced circuits. Interesting. Yeah, you know, you want to visit them potato fields. Well, it's funny because my aunt and uncle own a potato farm. It's just funny because I posted a picture at some point on my Discord of a potato that is the size, or it's bigger than a size 13 sandal. You're familiar with the cult of potatoes. But yeah, I've seen potatoes in my life that are bigger than my arm. Like, I'm a tall, lanky gentleman, and I've seen potatoes bigger than my arm. Like, they're freaking huge. I mean, we do have potatoes here, but we turn them all into fries for poutine. We don't actually eat them just like that. Well, it's funny because, like, we do, for example, because I'm from Idaho, I've had potatoes every way under the sun. The most popular being, let's see here. Baked, twice baked, fried, just baked. Baked, double baked, that's right. And then mashed potatoes, fried potatoes. There's like 1,000 ways to do it. Maybe with maple syrup. Maple syrup on potatoes? No, it doesn't sound too bad. Or weird. Freaking Canadians, man. What? Bless their hearts. Alright, I want another little building. Which means I need stone. So we're going to come over here to this little guy. Which, eventually, I'm going to have all this stone picked up. And I'll have it compacted. Hey now. So many things to do with potatoes. It's true. Potatoes are one of the most versatile foods. Potato salad? Ugh. Monster. Why would you ruin perfectly good potatoes? Oh, funeral potatoes is one of my favorite. I come from a very religious area, and so because of that, we do like potato salad, or we do not potato salad. We do funeral potatoes for like everything. Every single event has funeral potatoes or cheesy potatoes. Oh, cheesy potatoes are so good. You're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. Here in Canada, we have 4 seasons: summer, pre-winter, winter, and post-winter. See, in Idaho, we have 2 seasons. We have winter and construction. And that's it. Winter and construction. Alright, where to go? That guy. Okay. He laughs. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's bad. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's what we have. We have winter and construction. You know, you're in Canada when there are more kilometers on your snowblower than on your car. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. See, I love where I live because I live where the hottest it gets, typically the hottest it gets is mid-90s. Every once in a while we'll break 100, but not very often. And then during the winter, our coldest winters, I think the coldest winter I've seen is minus 25 Fahrenheit. I think is the worst that I've been through. Minus 25, and I was a kid. And the thing about Idaho is it goes on a 20-year cycle, and we're at the milder end of the cycle right now. When I was younger, it was the harsher side, so I remember some amazing snow forts, you know? See, and my mom remembers a snowfall that was so deep that they could step over the power lines, which is pretty nuts. Minus 25 Celsius. Well, you guys don't have souls, so neener. I was just gonna say something to the effect of you guys have so much weather that you guys are like, what? It was above minus 10? Oh, I'm gonna go put my shorts on. minus 45 now. That's the stuff. No, that's just madness, you know. I don't know anyone that needs to live in that bad of weather. Absolute zero. Norwegians finally put their shirts on. Oh, we have a picture. I need to find it. There's a meme about Idaho, and it's California weather versus Idaho weather versus Canada weather, and it's really, really funny. I gotta find it sometime, and I'll show it to you guys. I'll dump it in my Discord. Oh, by the way, Cody, I run a Discord channel. Thermo, darling. Actually, here, hang on. I'll grab it. I don't know if you guys tend to put it on. You guys tend to not put it as a never expiring one. Oh crap! How do I even hang on? Wait, can I not? That is so weird. Okay, well, hang on. I'm gonna have to jump onto YouTube to actually do it. Okay, so basically I have a, whatever you call it. Hang on. No. My channel. Live now. There we go. Pause so that I don't hear myself. Okay. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You guys always give the temporary ones, which is what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to give you a permanent one, which is this one. Okay, the one I posted is the permanent one. The one Thermo posted is the temporary. See, that's why I was gonna be like, let me do it, because I can post the one that never expires. But yeah, basically everyone that watches my stream is welcome and invited to my Discord channel, from which you don't think you have access to that one? Well, I need to check and see if you're a moderator or not. In theory, if you're a moderator, you should have access to that, which is why I'm trying to figure it out. But anyway, basically, whenever I go live, I post in the Discord channel that I'm going live. Whenever I post any pictures or anything funny. Oh, it's more than just the voice chat, Cody. For the most part, it's just text most of the time, as far as everyone else is concerned. I just post whenever I go live. I post whenever anything funny is going on. Like, there's all kinds of stuff that I post for. So, and it's just when people want to try to, the blame the Thermo channel. Is that still on there? Yeah, it's plotting against Thermo. It's not blaming Thermo, it's plotting against Thermo. But yeah, basically it's just the best way. Like, if anyone needs to get a hold of me for any reason or ask me any questions or whatever, that's the best place to do it. Plus all the other stuff. Wow, that building's completely empty. Give me that. We'll find a better place for it. Oh, also I want to get my other thing here moved. Let's see. Because I was going to do stone for one of these and coal for the other. The problem is I need a... Here. The problem is I need to do that. This one's going to be stone. Like that. Whoops. And then like that. And then I want to do it again, but I want to do it with coal. That way, this is by far the best way to get it all organized. It's like that. So, okay, so that way I know coal goes here, and this holds coal. This holds stone. This one is processing iron into iron stacked plates. This one's stacked copper to stacked copper plates. Coal here, stone here, the yellow stuff here, and the blue stuff there. I'm still trying to figure out outputs for this one just because of the way it works. Why does Discord take so long to load? I don't know. Rans, how come you have a Scottish accent? I don't know. But yeah, the idea is I want to start tearing all this up and then moving it down here. I have to build my bus, though, is the problem. And I got to figure out how tall I need to build this and then how far over it's going to go as I build it. And the problem is all of this is in the way, so all of this needs to go. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab... So here's what I'll do. I'm going to come down here, like right... We'll do that for the moment. and we'll just let this run. And I'll grab stuff like, if I grab that, then it'll start to burn through it again because now it's using resource, right? Yep, see, slowly. Alright. Oh, that's right, I have so much crap I need to throw away. I have all these regular guns that I don't need anymore. Set that one robot free so it'll go help the rest of the base. Alright. I have a bunch of stone that I don't need. I'm going at 200 frames per second. That's pretty big. It's pretty high. I don't know why anyone wants to go that high. That's the part that blows my mind, is when people are like, we need 8K. We need 250 frames a second. It's like, your eye can only comprehend like 48. Why are you going so high? Like, what the crap, man? Alright, this looks great. I just need to start getting... Oh, that's right. I need more trains. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I need 5, 6, 7, 8. One there. One there. One there. One there. Okay. Getting all our trains set up. The monitor only goes 60 frames per second. Right. Alright, let's see here. This one is coal. So this one we want to change color to black. Okay. So this is the black train, because this is coal. I try to color coordinate everything because it makes it much easier to tell what's going on. If everything's color coordinated, you know what's going where. So like, let's go... Train cars you can't change the color of. But see, so now everything's color coordinated, except for I need one of my lights. Where's all my lights at? Where are all my lights at? Oh, nope, nope, it's not that one. It's this one. Here they are. Advanced light poles. These are actually pretty sick. So if we go light, light, light. There we go, see? So we have a brown train for stone, a black train for coal, yellow for this yellow stuff, blue for the blue stuff, except for that blue is really horrid. No, it's a deep blue. Here, let's try it. Trying to get the right color of that, but whatever. Close enough. Song name? Thermo made it. That's exactly right. Thermo did make it. Which reminds me, Thermo, I still need copies of all your other ones that are currently on your SoundCloud. All your new ones that you've done that you haven't uploaded to me yet. I can't access them in the SoundCloud. It does me no good. You know? I went to set one up the other day and it wouldn't let me because it was, you're like, yeah, I've got like 5 more ready to go and I can't access any of them. I'm like, oh. If you dump them in your Google thingy. What has the maple syrup entered your brain? Maple syrup. Alright, these look great. All these trains. That one's waiting to dump. That one's still doing its thing. Alright, so I have a coal train ready to go. I have a stone train ready to go. And then I've got these other two. Problem is I gotta figure out where. Because if we look, I haven't set up any blue or yellow ones out here anywhere. I need to come up here and... Oh, I need an oil one. Yes, oil. Oil will probably be the very last one. I might do a uranium one there and then set up my uranium base here, or set up my oil one here and then have my oil base be here. Oh wait, that's molasses. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely need one for oil. The oil one will probably be on the end. I have at least 2 more of these that I need to finish. We're gonna set one there and one there, but this one we already need some understanding here, and that's because this is wrong. guys. We don't need this. This is not correct. Because this is an oil train. It's a fluids train. Which means this one gets, well, it gets a regular loco. Yeah, put it over here. This is for uranium. This is for the good stuff. And I think there's technically enough space for one more train, which is really scary. Yep, literally I can put one more. We might as well. Let's dedicate having it here. Actually, no, let's not. JK. No, I changed my mind. It's good to know that I have the space for it, but I don't need it right now, so let's not. I'd rather not. No, I don't like fish. I hate fish. I don't know why fish are pointless in this game. I really don't understand why they're there. Alright, so we'll let you guys do that. This is going to be our oil train. So we'll put you right there. Alright. There we go. Very, very good. Alright, so that looks good there. Yeah, I'm trying to get Thermo to write me about 75 more, but, you know. Poor man has a life now, so now I never get it. He doesn't write, he doesn't call. Man, can't get a hold of a kid. You know how it is. Kid gets a life, and now I never hear from him. It's like the day my cousin got married and got a girlfriend. I haven't seen him since. I'm like, what the heck, kid? I'm like, where are you? Nope, that's brown. I want black. Black. This is going to become, oh, this is not coal drop off. This is oil drop off. Oil drop off. Perfect. I'm 18 now. I do what I want. Well, hopefully the fact that you're 18 will means you'll do more things where you get to hang out with me. Hopefully. Because that's what I care about. He's like, hey, Ma, I'm legal. Let's see here. I need 2 of you. And I need stone. Grab a bunch more of you. So this one will be the uranium one. But the uranium one might be different. I might actually end up swapping these and putting this one on this end and this one drop in this way. And then this one might go down and go to a nuclear plant there. Because here... Yeah, I have a thing for this somewhere. Hang on, I gotta find it. Somewhere up here, I have this guy right here, which is shy some pipe. Would I be interested in a couple new songs, but more on swing, jazz style? I can still make it up and stuff. Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely, dude. Thermo, make me any songs ever. Just make me 1,000 of them. You know. Considered partnering with the Do. I'm assuming that's aimed at Thermo. My fear is if Thermo partners with somebody, I'll never get to have any of his songs ever again because they'll make him sell exclusive rights to them, and then I'll never get to hear any of his songs ever again or get to use them ever again. That's my fear. It's my fear of the poor boy going legit. Hey, Mom, I'm legit, and I sold my soul. Yeah, how's that going? Well, I don't have a soul anymore, but I have money. At least a little bit. Probably. It's true. It's true. It's very true. He has 2 million subs. Thermo has 7.5. Let's see here. We need more money. Alright, let's grab a couple of these guys. I'm gonna try and get... Oh, whoops. Forgot I'm standing next to these. I forgot I was supposed to get a bunch of these and I never did. There we go. was gonna say, make sure you subscribe to Thermo's YouTube as well, for sure. One of the most talented artists I've ever seen or met in my life. And I mean that sincerely, Thermo. Hold up, I just checked and I have 4. Now here's the real question, Thermo, am I sub to you? Hang on, now I have to look. Thermo Snake. I'm not subscribed. Why am I not subscribed to Thermo? There we go, Thermo. Now I'm subscribed. There we go. Thermo, for some reason I wasn't subscribed to you. It went up to 5. It's because I just clicked the button. I pulled the lever, Kronk. Dope. No, 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 no. Misses. Okay. Nuts. Dump all that. Come over here and grab all that. Man, me saying nuts makes me want to watch that one movie again. One of my favorite movies is it's a golfing movie of all things. And it's called, what is it called? It's got Matt Damon. It's got a ton of very popular people in it. It's Charlize Theron, Matt Damon, Will Smith. I'm trying to think of who else is in it that anyone cares about. Or has any idea who they are. There's a couple more people, but they're older actors that were old when I was young. So, you know, a little step for a man, but a giant step for Thermo. Hey, Thermo, you're up to 6 now. You're on a sub train there, boy. Thermo's like, yeah. See, the issue that I've always had, just in general, about like YouTube and programs like that, is that you're at the mercy of the algorithm. You know, you can be the most talented, most amazing person in the world, but if the algorithm is not programmed to benefit you, you're screwed. You know. Whoopsie. And that's where I get annoyed. It's one of the reasons why, like, as far as like Twitch and stuff went, was I just didn't care anymore. Is it's like I got to a point where the algorithm wasn't favoring me anymore, and so like I got zero like airtime. Nobody would watch, nobody cared, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, nyeh. Subtrain. Let's see here. I need something. Trying to decide what's in my inventory that shouldn't be in my inventory. That's what's in my inventory that shouldn't be in my inventory. Here, let me do it this way. If I go here, I should be able to say those 2, and that would get rid of 2 stacks. Perfect. And I hiccuped pretty hard. Alright, bring up that. Oh, why do I have those in my inventory? What the crap? Such stuff that I don't need. I also have 3 stacks of logistics robots in my inventory. Hang on. You guys belong there. Much better. Trying to clear up some of the space here. The problem is all of this stuff is super annoying because I don't really have a good place to put it. Alright, what do we got here? Got that. You need yeller and coal and iron, and I'm gonna give you a bunch more coal just because I don't like having it on me. I have vids. You have vids? What do you mean you have vids? Vids of what? Okay. I need to officially assign an area for my power, and then just leave it there. What problem do we have? Mr. Cody of the Clonts. Crap, I need stone. You have a Discord account, but it says it's unclaimed. Ooh, means you need to get into it and make sure you have verified it and everything. Relog on, get it going, and hit the system. You might have to start a new one and or figure out how to fix yours. Oh dear. See, I had a bunch of little patches of like blue and yellow everywhere, and I've been slowly hacking them all up. Oh, I just realized we have a problem here. How am I gonna do this? How do? Should I set it up this way? What do I not have? I don't have gears at the moment. Let's go grab some gears. So here's the issue. If you look, I have all of these resources, the yellow and the blue, that I'm going to be harvesting and bringing here and dumping, right? The problem is if I dump it directly in here, this will fill completely up, and then the ability for it to process itself will stop. And that's a problem. I need it to continue. Oh, also, I need a pipe here. Oh, Thermo, question. Thermo, good sir. What are your thoughts on, what's it called? What are your thoughts on Warframe? Do you like Warframe? Do you play Warframe? What do you think of Warframe? I'm asking for a friend. Just kidding. I'm curious because I've been playing the crap out of it lately, and I would love more friends to play with me. I played it way back in the day, and I love it. They've done a ton of updates, and I'm rather fond of playing it again. So I'm looking for friends to play it. You don't like it that much? Well, we can't be friends anymore. So get out. What? I'm just kidding. Thermo's like, why? I thought you cared. I do care, Thermo. I do care. Let's see. I just love the crap out of that game, which is why I was asking. There we go. Now we're running on all cylinders. All right, and that'll start processing again. My thought here is to do something like this. Oh, hiccups. See, check this out. Ready? If... How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I could just try to keep a set amount in there at all times. Let's try that. We're going to say, hey, if you ever have this less than set. See? So now there will only ever be 1,004 in this warehouse. Okay? And the rest will go in here and fill up. That way this doesn't fill completely full of N4. This will only keep 1,004 in here at any given time. And any extra, so if there's more than 1,000, then this won't run. and then as it processes and uses it, it will slowly feed it in. That way this will fill up with N4 as well as N4 Duratol pellets. So this will fill with pellets and the N4, which is and the crushed N4. See, I want 10,000 10,000 of the dust, a bunch of this, a bunch of that. Eventually, I'm gonna start feeding them out into their own individuals. The problem is I'm not 100% sure how I want to do that yet. See, because I need an output for slag. I need an output for slag to just dump on the side. Plus, I need to have all of the major outputs here. So, like, I need crushed N4 to feed out and fill a chest. And then I need the N4 pellets to sort out and dump into a chest. And then I need the N4 to filter out and dump into a chest. And the idea is that I'll have three little chests, and then like a chest over here with slag in it. And then from here, these resources will then be available to build stuff. Problem is I gotta figure out how I want to do that. And this is where the whole bus idea gets really complicated, because it's like, I have my bus, but how am I gonna do it now? Now the question is, do I want to just have this be the start of the bus and then have the bus go this way? And then I'll just start building like either to the left or start building to the right, and then just have this be the bus going straight forward? That's an idea. Or do I want to have the bus going to the right, for example, and then I'll just offbeat it or have outputs to the top that are then being processed? That's where I got to figure out how I want to do this. Oh, which reminds me. How much is in here? A lot. Good grief. More power! There. What I need to do is throw just a little train loop right there for coal, so that this will fully empty and then dump down there. Okay, something to understand, Cody, about Factorio. This is insanely complicated, what I'm doing. The base game is way less complicated. I have, I think, 40 plus mods installed right now, of which 2 or 3 are game-changing mods. Like, for example, E. There we go. The base game is logistics, production, intermediary, combat. I think that's it. Those 4 tabs are the base game. Components and recipes, machinery, energy, and military, and market are one mod. Alien items is another mod. Bioindustries is another mod. And then yokai, 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 yokai is yokai. So there's these 4 is one mod. That's one mod. That's one mod. Those 4 are another mod. And then a bunch of the little things you're seeing are little mods. Or they're parts of the other mods, but they're stored in those ones. Like, for example, super confusing. For some reason, N4's basic ores are here. Oh, it's because these are for the quarry. Right. So the quarry mod, all of these ones across the top here are from the quarry. The top is my normal oil production. These ones are the quarry mod. Everything that's... yeah. But yeah, basically I've got over 40 mods installed right now, of which 2 of them are huge. Like, just NP utils and yokai, just those 2 double the base game. Just those 2 double the game. And then the rest are just little things. Like, for example, the big lab. Normally you don't get a big lab. You have a chain of like 1,000 labs all hooked together. My mod adds the big lab, where you just dump your sciences directly into one lab, and then the whole game can be run off of one lab, which is much better. I'm back. Did I miss something? Just talking about mods, Thermo. Another mod that I have allows me to use these loaders. Typically, you don't have the little boxes here that just feed things in. Usually, everything has to be done using the arms. So, like, that's another mod. This is the Alien Loot Economy mod, which is funny because it's that big. Literally, it's a chest that collects any loot that's dropped by enemies, smelts it, turns it into plates, and then it's literally just a handful of recipes that use the plates. Ultimately, though, I'm half tempted to take that one out now, because I was mainly using that one because it gave me the hyper modules, which over a long game can become insanely powerful. But as of the moment, I've been using the NP utils, and since I've started looking at their productivity mods, I actually like theirs better. I might end up taking that mod out, just because NP utils will cover the bases on that one. The bio farm, the bio industries is the one that allows me to like plant trees. That's the saplings. So like, for example, this nice lush and thick forest over here, I planted using saplings. So like, for example, I have a blueprint here that I made. So I can walk over here and be like, I want trees. Well, actually not right there. I want trees. Let me pick a better spot. So like I can come up over here somewhere and be like, I want to plant trees right over. There's not any good spots over here. What the heck? Is there anywhere to the south I could plant one pack of trees? Or I could just plant off the side. Here, we'll just plant off the side. So I can say, I want to plant trees there. See? And so now it's a blueprint for a ton of trees, which will then grow into a patch that looks like that. And so like all my robots are jumping out and they're flying up here to this chest that has all of the saplings in it. In fact, here, let's slow that down. We don't need that many. And then they'll fly over here, grab the saplings, and then turn around and fly over here and plant them for me. And then it'll grow on its own and turn into this. And the beauty of the trees is the pollution, which is a real thing. As you play, you produce pollution, and the pollution gets eaten up and or blocked by your trees. So the more trees you have, you would be scared of crossing the rail? Why? Why should I be scared of crossing the rail? What's going to happen, Thermo? Is my name Thermo Snake? Am I going to get hit by a train? Of course not. I think I just gave Thermo a heart attack, by the way, which is really funny. No, I scroll all the way out and I look both ways before I run across the railroad track. That's the reason why I don't get hit by trains. Thermo doesn't look before he crosses the railroad track, which is why he gets clobbered by the trains. I need stone. If you look both ways before you cross the railroad tracks, most of the time, you won't get hit. Sorry to swing at you, Thermo, but, you know, it's true. Thermo has a lovely history of... Don't cross like that. Thermo has a bad history of getting hit by trains in this game, which is really funny. There we go. Oh, and connect. But yeah, I love this version of the trains. This makes me super happy, because if we set this up correctly, it's an extremely efficient train depot. Not even in this game, Ghost Recon 2. That's true, you did get hit by a train in Ghost Recon, didn't you? That was really funny. So this is going to end up being... Let's see here. I need a small build. Maybe a big building. Yeah, we'll do a big building. Oh crap, did I put that too close? I did. Here, let me juggle this a little bit. There we go. See, this big building I need to have set up here. The plan is for this to accept uranium ore and then process it into 235 and 238. It's probably not big enough for what I want to do, and there is enough space here for me to throw an MK3 building there. The beauty of having this guy here, which is split between two railways, because otherwise they'd all be shoulder to shoulder all the way across. But that one's an empty space, and then that's two little ones, and then that one's a half, and then yeah. But anyway, so that works out well. I might end up just doing my bus straight out and then just feed off of it, and then just have it. We'll see. I have to figure out the best way to do it. Even Gary's mod at some point. You got hit by a train in Gary's mod? Oh yeah, that's right. There's that one level with a train in the underground, huh? Oh, by the way, Thermo, I am looking to put together a new list of mods for Gmod so that we can play it. I've got a bunch of new stuff I'm working on for that. Yeah, I need to get... My inventory's too full of copper at the moment. Here, how about this? Can I come over here and just be like, hey, I got a crap ton of copper, take it. And then this one wants circuits, and then this one wants steel, and I'll do that for a minute. Lork. You would absolutely love to play Gary's mod again? Good, because I plan to. My plan is for us all to play Gary's mod again. if I can help it. I'd like to get to the point where we can get to where we're doing it like 1 day a week again. If we can just get the full group together, or as many as we can. Because it's a very, very fun game. And we haven't ruined any friendships in a while, and we're about due. Alright, let's see here. So I need... more of you. Where did I put this time? There. And then we'll go in and in and in. The fun part is I can literally just copy and paste it there, and then just change this to that. Oops, and then that. There we go. And this just gives a little buffer so that we don't overfill these. And hey, Cody's back. Alright, and then this will just sit here and process. The goal is to have the main resources coming out of here and going somewhere. Maybe to some respective locations here. I have yet to decide. I gotta figure out how I want to do that. Who knows, I might end up ripping these lines and all of this up on both sides. Most likely I will here pretty quick. And redoing it. Just try to make it more efficient. The issue is I need to really rip the whole thing up and redo it. I'm trying to decide if I had it flipped so it went up instead of side to side, if I'd be able to do enough of all three of them to scale it out and then still have the outputs. I would probably end up with both of the chests in the middle here touching each other, and then going out and then up. And then we'd have to get the water to flow correctly through it and everything. I don't know. The point is, it's a basic setup to at least have it processing so that as I'm building things, I can at least come in and snag the resources I need to build. Since most of my drills at this point, which are these ones, are these guys. The yokai industry drills. They're really good. I really enjoy them. The funny part is I threw this wall up and I'm probably going to try and hack this out. This chunk right here is probably going to get hacked out. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I want to run my bus. You guys are still running? Oh good, we're almost out of resources here. As soon as these run out, I can hack all this up, and then hack all this up, and then start putting them inside of buildings. And then this is going to look like my one world that got really, really big and everyone liked it. This world will start to look like that here pretty quick. At the moment, I'm just trying to... Wow, that really chews up the pollution, doesn't it? This is not spreading or getting very big because of that, because it just keeps sucking it up between the trees on the two sides. Also, the fact that there's no science going really helps. Okay, so we got one copper there, we got one iron here, and it's already set up ready so that as soon as this is gone, I can just connect it and connect the loop. Oh, that's right. I need more lasers. Do I have what I need? No, I need a crap ton of steel, and I need a crap ton of yellow. Oh boy. Give me 2 stacks if you can help it. Nope. That's bad. That's really bad. I'm building circuits in my inventory, and that's always bad. Wait for it. Blech. Oh. I was expecting it to make a bigger mess than that. Okay, that works. What have I run out of? Coal? I need more coal. Cody, that might be one that you either need to call them, either call support, tech support, and have a tech support agent help you go through it, or you might have to, you'll most likely have to have tech support help you fix your issue that you're dealing with there. That sounds like it's the kind of thing that is just really jacked up, and you need someone on the other end to be able to hit like delete and then restart or reset or... And most of those companies have a fairly good tech support. Well, I've got no phone. You've got no phone? No phone at all? Like, you can't, like, borrow a landline or go to the library and use a library phone or something? Hopefully one of those would be an option for you. Right, let's hack that up. And then... Yep. Yeah, because if you can do one of those, that'd be great, and then you'll be able to get it sorted out. Yeah, if you can use a house phone, I mean, you can still call the tech support people with that and hopefully get it sorted out pretty quick. Perfect. Now I've just got this random chest out in the middle of nowhere full of blue stuff. Okay, counselor were left without a confirmation email for too long, so they're basically already deleted. Oh, well. Well, at that point, can you just try to start a new account and then just put in the information from the old account? Oh dear, is this one full too? It is. Well, let's... Alright. Laser. Okay, and then until I can get that block out, that's going to be sitting there, and that's fine. Oh. Cody's taking off for a minute. Now, Cody, so you know, I may or may not be here when you get back. I do need to get off here in the near future. How long have I been on? It doesn't say. I have been on only an hour and a half. I might be getting off here in a minute just because I have work tonight at midnight and I need to get some sleep before then. So there's a chance that I might be getting off here in the near future. But there's a pretty good chance, let's see, what's today? Tomorrow's Saturday. There will be a very good chance I should be able to get on tomorrow. Oh boy. The nice thing is I can play this world. I can play this world while I'm at work. When I'm doing the graveyards, I'm just a body on site. I just have to make sure that the house doesn't burn down in the middle of the night or no one dies from like carbon dioxide poisoning or anything weird. Which gives me a lot of freedom to play games while at work. I can just sit there and play games. And the two main rules for my job as far as the graveyards is you can't sleep and you can't sleep and you have to stay awake. Those are the two main rules. Or that you can't sleep and you have to have your earbuds out. Gosh dang it. Said the same thing twice. But anyway. But yeah, basically I just have to stay awake and I have to have my earbuds out so I can hear. And those are the rules. As long as I adhere to those rules, I can play games, I can listen to music, I can watch movies, which is what I do. What I do is I have a Kindle. Yeah, I didn't say I was going to leave. He just said he was getting dinner. Yeah. But yeah, typically, he's just gonna go AFK while he gets dinner, and he did in here. It's true. It's what I do. But yeah, basically, as far as work goes, I'm gonna be probably playing this and/or Terraria on my laptop. I'm finding that I really enjoy playing any game where I can have... Oh, Thermo, this song that's playing right now, if you could make me like 2 or 3 songs similar to this, I would absolutely love that. This is one of my favorite soundtracks ever, and it's from Sanctum 2. There we go. It's like a knockoff of spaghetti. That sounds like fun. Rotini? Yeah, rotini. Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, I love rotini. It's good stuff. many more lasers do I have? Not many, sadly. Can I build more lasers? Oh, I can. Let's do it. Absolutely, let's do it. Rotini in a bowl. Well, I eat my spaghetti in a bowl, but that's because I'm an animal. Do I have a... I do. 2 on me. I am, Thermo, very seriously considering doing a Ghost Recon Wildlands official run, like my campaign run for my YouTube channel. If you would ever be interested in being a part of that, you're welcome to be. Otherwise, I'll just play by myself. If nobody wants to play it with me, I'll just play it. Mussolini. Might be what that is, yeah. I am very serious about getting all my playthroughs done, though. I've just been binging this world for the last, like, week. So I wanted to play it more. Rotini? Is that what that is? I'm trying to remember what it's called. Might be Rotini. See, the funny thing, Thermo, is... Well, since I'm not working in a grocery store anymore, I'd probably do it the weekends/Fridays. Yeah, we could try and do something like that. Sounds like fun. No, Cody. Mussolini was Hitler's ally. Let's see, Mussolini. What was he? What country was he in? Was he in Italy? Is that where he was? History buffs. Was Mussolini from Italy? Is that where he was? Where was he from? I'm trying to remember. I haven't gotten into World War II history in a while. I think he was... Yeah, Italy. Haha, I knew it. I'm so smart. Look at all my lasers. They're awesome. Oh. Yeah. Part of this whole process, I would like to keep my areas of interest lit up, if I may. My thought was I was actually going to go like that and put it on the tip. But we'll see. Well, when your name resembles a kind of pasta, usually you're from Italy. I was going to make a semi-rude comment about how Canadians should... there should be some kind of syrup or leaf be associated with their names too, but, you know, that's just me, so I apologize. I'm not always a jerk, but when I am, I always make sure I insult Canadians. Wait, what? We're not all lumberjack syrup makers, you know. No, but you eat like them. And you talk like them. Let me ask you this, Thermo. How many meals have you had today that involved syrup? Answer the question, Thermo. One. Okay, so now let me throw some knowledge at you, okay? Me being the human being that I am, I haven't had syrup in like 3 weeks. I hope we can still be friends with that new information. If I place that there, nice, perfect. I'm trying to keep it lit up so I can see when enemies see. Because here's the deal: if I set up my make sure I'm not stepping on anything. But maple syrup here is like potatoes for you. I haven't had potatoes for a couple of weeks now. When was the last time I had potatoes? I haven't had potatoes for a couple of weeks either. Maybe I'm just weird. I don't know. But anyway, the point is, I want to try and keep all enemies out of this perimeter here. Because if they're here, they're loaded. And then they take up memory. Which, there's nothing wrong with them taking up memory. It's just, it means they're there, you know. And the idea is to build this ring of protection. And then as enemies move in and take over, I just step out, wipe them out, and come back. The nice thing is, because this is a marathon world, and because it's me playing it, I don't have to be as aggressive with it if I don't want to. I can be fast, I can be slow, I can be super aggressive, I can choose to not be, whatever I want. I can play this however I like. I try to make sure that I keep my power consistent. I don't understand. I just want a virtual pet in my ear has that will dog me up now. Welcome to the future of technology, Thermo. Where we all sit around and get fat. Living in virtual worlds. Now, here's the thing. People need to understand this before they go hating on us gamers and virtual people. Oh, cat! Are you okay? Did that hurt? Are you okay? The cat just tried to break his leg jumping through a spot that he didn't fit. Sweetheart. You alright, bud? He's my kid, you know? It's my fur baby. At least that's what my wife calls him. That was loud. It was. It made me jump. I was sitting next to it and it made me jump. I was like, ah! It's like, oh, it's my cat. But anyway. See, and I made this song. This song is mine. I made it like 3 years ago, and I haven't made anything good since. Woohoo. I really need to... Okay. I need to take it. I need to take like a month or a year and learn absolutely everything I can about the music program that I have and see if I can crank out like 8 or 9 really good songs. Since Thermo won't, because he's a... He just sits around with his dog and his virtual dog and drinks syrup straight out of the can. I was waiting patiently to see how Thermo responded to that. Aye! Hey, I will. Will what? Drink syrup out of a can? Eventually. See, you can tell I'm American because I know how to hit where it hurts, you know? That's how you know I'm American. America. Hang on, I need some iron. One of the mods I have allows me to control click from anywhere on the map. If I can see it, I can click on it. I will, eventually, someday, maybe. What a Canadian answer, Thermo. What are you going to do next? Apologize? I love you, Thermo. I'm so sorry. Well, us Canadians know the difference between the words school and shooting range. Boom, headshot. With you Canadians, you can do just about anything in maple syrup. Thermo, let me correct you on that last one there about knowing the difference between a school and a shooting range. The Americans know the difference between a school and a shooting range. The political party members don't. Because let's be honest here. I did, okay, so the other day, someone that I know was very cranky and ornery about gun control, right? Which is a total hoax. It is. Let's be honest here. It's a hoax. Made up by Democrats. Because let's be honest, hang on. Hey, some of us didn't pay attention in class enough. Hang on, I gotta find my phone so I can look up the statistics. Was a Warren supporter. True, as a Canadian, it's very difficult to insult, not the Canadian way. Hey, and I applaud you for not. Oh, my wife called me. Why did my wife call me? Is the car gone? Someone texted me around and said the police called her and said they were sending a tow truck. I guess the license plates on the car are fake. Well, that's scary. Wow. That's freaky. Oh, I don't have the thing on my phone anymore. Oh, hang on, I have to look it up. Anyway, basically, if you're on a freaking computer. Who's on a freaking computer? What? Who? What? Who? What? Who? What? Who? Anyway, if you look up the statistics of the shootings across the United States in general, it is incredibly patterned. In a, this is not an accident and this is not coincidence way. And it's quite fascinating. If you actually look up all the statistics on it, it's quite fascinating. Because it's, I'm trying to remember. Hang on, let me look. Okay, so here's let's see. This doesn't give me the numbers though. Everything it tells me here is correct, but it's also not the statistics though. Whatever. Anyway, essentially, if you look up the actual stats on the gun violence. Also, one on top and voice chat. You're tired of typing. Well, how about this, Thermo? How about I wrap up the stream here and we finish this, and then you and I can play a first-person shooter or something, and we can talk or something. Sound good? You and I could jump into like Sniper Elite or something. Sniper Elite 4 or whatever. Because I would love to do a full playthrough of that with you. Sure, sounds good. Sweet. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up here in a second. But anyway, first and foremost, let me hit the violent statistics first off. So America is number 3 for violence in the countries in the world right now. We're number like 3 or something like that. If you remove 5 cities from that list, we drop from number 3 to number 180. What is it, 187, and there's only 195 countries in the world or something like that. So like if you remove the top 5 criminal cities in America from the statistics, we're almost the least violent country in the world if you take 5 cities out of the statistics. All 5 of those cities are Democrat. All 5 of those are Democratic majority. All 5 of those cities have incredibly high poverty rates. Is one of those cities Chicago? By Jove, it is Chicago. Yep, Chicago's on that list. Hang on, I'm trying to remember where. Yeah, Baltimore, Chicago, San Francisco. I'm pretty sure all 3 of those are on the list. Pittsburgh, I think, is on the list. Pittsburgh is in the top 10, I know that. But it's like Pittsburgh's in the top 10. Chicago, Baltimore, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. Idaho Falls for sure. Oh my gosh. Idaho Falls is one of the lowest crime rates there is. Actually, I don't know. Hang on, let me check. What is Idaho Falls crime rate? Let's see here. Your chance of falling victim to a violent crime in Idaho is 2.67 per 1,000 people, comparable to the 4.49 national average. And the state's property crime rate is 21%, which is, while the national average is 27.11. Yeah. Hang on, I gotta look at this. Is Idaho Falls a good place to live? Nestled in the Rocky Mountains, along Snake River, that doesn't tell me jack about it. Anyway, but yeah, Idaho has really, really low crime rates. Isn't it interesting how that works? LA. What an educational live stream. Oh yeah. Also, let's see here. So yeah, if you take those 5 out, Idaho is the United States is one of the least violent countries in the world. If you take, let's see here, all of our mass shootings minus 1 have been in a no-gun zone. So no-gun zones are harbors, are some of the most violent places in America are the no-gun zones, i.e. your malls, your Theaters. Your theaters, huh? How many theater shootings have we had, huh? How many school shootings have we had? No gun zones, huh? Interesting. Interesting how that works. But yeah, basically, if you take most of the, all except for one of the mass shootings that we've had in the last like 20 years or something like that, have been in no gun zones. So go figure. In the United States, there are over, 9.7 million lawful gun owners. And, less than 3% of all violent crimes in the United States use a gun. Now, mind you, I'm ballparking these off of the top of my head, but I did just barely read the statistics on it. And your dad's one. Yeah, I personally own 3 guns. I have 3 guns in my house right now. I also have about 15 to 20 knives. But yeah, it's like gun violence is actually very low. The problem is they tend to be very dramatic and very big and very publicized. All the men. No, noise. Along with just about everyone else in my family. Yeah, the biggest issues that we have in America as far as our gun violence is that we don't educate people properly on it. That's one of the biggest problems we have. But yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think it's like, there's some really funny statistics if you think about, or if you look it up. Like, one of them is like, you're 100 times more, or is it 100 or 1,000? You're either 100 or 1,000 times more likely to die from a shark than you are to be shot by a gun. I think it's 1,000. I think it's 1,000 times more likely to die from a shark bite, getting attacked by a shark, than by getting shot by a gun in America. And it's like you're like 75 times more likely to die from a plane crash than you are to get shot by a gun. Hang on, I'm doing more math in my head. What's the other one? Something like 70 to 80% of all violent crimes in America with a gun is a boy between the age of, I don't remember the statistic on this one, but it's like it's fascinating. It's like the amount of kids between the ages of like 9 and 15 that kill the man that is physically abusing their mother. In America, that's one of the highest gun-based crimes in America is teenage boys defending their mom from an abusive significant other. And that one's legit. Like, that one's 100% legit. Like, wow. Wow, we got a lot done today. Look at all. We got all the trains set up. We got all this set up. I still need to set up the initial mining sites, but this is just about done. I just have to finish wrapping that up, and then that'll be good. But yeah, it's serious. Like, you look at the gun crimes in America, it's actually very low. Some interesting facts. Gun crime has been on the decline for the last 20 years. No, not 20 years. What is it? 50 years? 40 or 50 years? Gun crime has been on the decline in the United States. One of the ones that I want to look up, because I haven't looked it up yet, is I want to look up how close, or how close the gun violent crimes, like the shootings, are to the public elections. Because I bet you there's a trend there. Oh, the other one. 85% of America owns most of the guns, and the 15% are the people trying to get rid of it. But yeah, it's like, that one's one of my favorites. Is it's like the places that own the guns, or the places that own the guns, are not the places where the crimes are at. Like, the big cities where you can't have guns, or the guns are limited on how many you can have, are the places with the highest crime. And it's simply because, are you likely to break into your neighbor's house if you know they have a gun? They do that so they can blame the enemy part as an attempt to scare the voters. Oh, they do that all the time. It is horrendous. The amount of publicity and stuff like that. I was doing I've been doing a ton of research on a ton of subjects like this that have been up and about. And they bring them to the party that actually coerced the crime. Oh yeah, that happens all the time. Well, it's like whenever you have any kind of one of the tactics. I actually was talking about this on my StarCraft stream the other day. Was there was an article talking about political parties that cause they release fake news about a fake event that didn't happen, and then they congratulate themselves on stopping the crime that never happened in the first place. So like they'll be like, in Boston today there was a Democratic supporter who stopped a mass shooting before it happened, and then you look at the actual story and it never happened. Like they falsified a document to make it look like one party was actually good or doing something better, and it was totally bumpkiss, totally fake. Happens all the time. It's the reason why the media is, you got to do your research on anything you hear in the media. Some of it is absolutely legit, some of it is very serious and actually happening. A lot of it is orchestrated because you control the minds of the people, you control the people. Not sure if you've noticed, but every time the left bashes Trump, his approval ratings increase. Oh, I love Trump. Everyone thinks Trump is a nutcase, and oh my gosh, bless his heart, I love that man. Trump has been doing to... Okay, so all the people that have been driving me nuts for the last 20 years of politics, all the crap that I've been dealing with politics, he's doing that to all the people that did that to me for the last 20 years. I love the man. Also, if you look at his stuff that he's done, I think it's like 85 or 90% of the things he promised when he was up for election, he has done. Like 80 to 90% of what he promised he would do to America, he's done it. Like 80 or 90%. It's really high, which is cool because I like him. I don't understand him, but I don't want to get into it all. You don't have to understand the man. That has the biggest thing to realize about him is he is a businessman, not a politician. It's the reason why he sounds like an idiot, he talks like an idiot. Half the time you can't tell what the man is saying, but look at his results. Don't listen to what he says because he's a businessman. He's not a politician. He doesn't know how to sweet talk the public, and that's fine. Look at his results. Don't look at it. Don't listen to what he says. Look at his results, and you'll actually see what the man is about. But anyway, he's a very interesting individual. So anyway, I'm gonna call it here for the stream, and then Thermo, I will hop into voice chat, and you and I can set about playing some Sniper Elite or something like that and have a grand old time. So anyway, I am going to end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me. Cody and Thermo and my thingy didn't update for the that's okay. Anyway, didn't tell me who the other guy. Oh man, I missed who our other guy was who was earlier. His name disappeared on the thing. But anyway, but yeah, oh yeah, for sure, Cody, we will absolutely be streaming it. Just give me about 5-10 minutes to shut this down, hit the bathroom, and get ready to set up for the next one, and then Thermo and I will set about playing some like Sniper Elite or something for a bit. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging with us. I will catch you guys shortly.